Have you ever wondered how the world would look if nuclear weapons never existed? This question often sparks a flurry of thoughts. These weapons, capable of unparalleled destruction, are born from the dual processes of nuclear fission and fusion. Nuclear fission involves the splitting of a large atom into two or more smaller ones, releasing an enormous amount of energy in the process. On the other hand, nuclear fusion is a process where two light atoms combine to form a larger one, again releasing a significant amount of energy. The birth of the nuclear age, however, didn't come from a peaceful scientific endeavor, but from the turmoil of war. In the midst of World War II, the Manhattan Project was initiated. This was a research and development undertaking during World War II that produced the first nuclear weapons. The world had never seen such destructive power, and the implications were profound. Thus, the nuclear age was born, forever altering the course of human history. The first nuclear weapons to be used in warfare were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945, resulting in unspeakable devastation. The end of the Second World War was in sight, but the conflict in the Pacific showed no signs of abating. It was in this context that the United States made a chilling decision to deploy the atomic bomb. Codenamed Little Boy and Fat Man, these bombs were unlike anything the world had ever seen. The cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were chosen as targets, and in the early days of August, they were leveled in an instant. The immediate aftermath was catastrophic. Buildings flattened, fires raging, and countless lives lost. The long-term effects from radiation sickness to genetic damage would continue to torment the survivors for decades. This unprecedented destruction brought the war to a swift end, but at an immense human cost. The use of nuclear weapons in Hiroshima and Nagasaki marked a significant turning point in history, raising questions about the morality and necessity of such destructive force. The Cold War era saw a significant escalation in nuclear weapons development and proliferation. This period marked a fierce competition between two superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Each vied for supremacy, not just in military prowess, but also in science, technology, and ideology. This rivalry led to an intense arms race, a dangerous dance of one-upmanship, where nuclear weapons played a critical role. The arms race was marked by periods of rapid development and testing of nuclear weapons, each nation striving to outdo the other. The United States, having demonstrated its nuclear capability in World War II, continued to develop and refine its arsenal. In response, the Soviet Union accelerated its own nuclear program, conducting its first successful atomic bomb test in August 1949. But as the arms race heated up, so did the realization of the catastrophic consequences of nuclear warfare. This awareness gave birth to a chilling concept, mutually assured destruction, often abbreviated as MAD. This doctrine held that if either the United States or the Soviet Union launched a nuclear attack, the other would retaliate with equal or greater force, leading to the total annihilation of both nations and possibly the world. MAD, as grim as it sounds, played a significant role in shaping foreign policy and international relations during the Cold War. It created a delicate balance of power, a nuclear stalemate where the cost of aggression was too high. It forced the superpowers to engage in diplomacy and negotiations, leading to significant arms control treaties, like the Limited Test Ban Treaty of 1963 and the Strategic Arms Limitation talks in the 70s. Yet, as the Cold War thawed and eventually ended, the nuclear threat did not vanish with it. Indeed, the arms race had spread beyond the borders of the United States and the Soviet Union, with other nations developing their own nuclear capabilities. The Cold War ended, but the nuclear threat remained as nations continued to possess and develop these weapons of mass destruction. In the present day, nuclear weapons continue to pose a significant threat to global peace and stability. These potent forces, born out of the crucible of war, have since proliferated across the globe, with several nations possessing the capability to wield such devastating power. The current state of nuclear weapons is a complex tableau. On one hand, we have nations like the United States and Russia, who possess the largest stockpiles, yet are engaged in ongoing efforts to reduce their arsenals. This is a delicate dance of diplomacy and power politics, a testament to the pervasive influence of these weapons. On the other hand, we have nations like North Korea, who view nuclear capability as an essential deterrent against perceived threats. Then there are nations like Iran, embroiled in controversy over their nuclear ambitions, caught between the desire for technological advancement and the potential for weaponization. Efforts towards nuclear disarmament are a beacon of hope in this tense landscape. Initiatives such as the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons seek to prevent the spread of these weapons, promote disarmament, and facilitate the peaceful use of nuclear energy. Yet these efforts are fraught with challenges. Trust deficits, geopolitical rivalries, and technical complexities all pose formidable obstacles to these noble goals. The potential consequences of a modern-day nuclear conflict are beyond comprehension. A single detonation could obliterate entire cities, cause untold casualties, and render vast areas uninhabitable due to radioactive fallout. The ecological impact would be global, with potential to trigger a nuclear winter, a catastrophic climate anomaly that could plunge our world into a long, dark freeze. As we stand on the brink of potential nuclear conflict, we must ask ourselves, what is the future of nuclear weapons, and what role should they play in our world? The answer to this question will undoubtedly shape the course of human history, for better or for worse. As we navigate this precarious path, it is our collective responsibility to ensure that the lessons of the past guide our steps towards a future of peace and stability. Nuclear weapons have indelibly marked the course of human history, shaping our world in ways that are both terrifying and fascinating. They've cast long shadows over international relations, influencing power dynamics and geopolitical strategies. The debate continues to rage. Do these formidable devices deter conflicts, or do they merely heighten the risk of catastrophic warfare? An equally critical conversation dwells on the potential of a nuclear-free world. While it's an alluring vision, the practicalities are complex. The disarmament process would need to be verifiably transparent to prevent any clandestine advantage. And then there's the question of what to do with the nuclear materials. Furthermore, the peaceful use of nuclear energy cannot be overlooked. It could be a powerful tool in our fight against climate change. Yet, the risk of nuclear accidents and the challenge of nuclear waste management persist. The legacy of nuclear weapons is a stark reminder of the power of human invention and the responsibility that comes with it. It's a power that can either destroy us or lead us towards a more peaceful future.